There are still a lot of unanswered questions following the deadly shooting of Burnsville police officers Paul Elmstrand and Matthew Ruge and firefighter paramedic Adam Finseth.
One big question: how did Shannon Gooden even get the guns since he was banned from owning them? Lou Raguse is here with the latest on the investigation tonight. Lou?
Rainey and Julie, Shannon Gooden was convicted of felony assault in 2007, meaning he was banned for life from possessing a firearm, even though the charge changed to a misdemeanor when he finished probation. Gooden tried in 2020 to get his firearm rights restored, getting character references from 3 friends, including his girlfriend, who sources tell me called 911 early Sunday morning to report child abuse. The judge denied that request. The ex-girlfriend, who had 3 kids with Gooden, says that she had no idea that Gooden had all those guns in the house. I spoke with former Hennepin County Sheriff Rich Stanek about how these investigations work.
They're going to want to know, how did he get those guns? Were they purchased? Did somebody provide them to him? Were they stolen from somewhere? They're going to want to know the actions about who fired when, how many.
The BCA is investigating the totality of the incident, so besides determining the source of the guns, they'll go through the reason police responded in the first place, as well as the use of force, or in this case, the response to Gooden shooting at the police. We expect more details by the end of the week.
All right, Lou, thanks. This afternoon, another touching tribute to the fallen Burnsville officers. The bodies of officers Elmstrand and Ruge were transported to a funeral home in Jordan just hours ago. Ian Russell was along the route talking to people who showed up to show their support. Ian?
Yeah, Rainey, it's been such a somber day and afternoon out here in Jordan. So many people coming out to show their support, and that support was really clear and evident to see along the route, and especially out here in Jordan. We spoke to so many people who told us they had to be here to show their support. It's a hard day in Jordan.
My brother-in-law is a Burnsville police officer.
So much love and support.
It's great sadness.
From a community as hurt as this one, as the procession made its way down Highway 169.
Coming over one of the bridges.
Hundreds gathered in front of a funeral home in Jordan.
It's a sad state of affairs. And look around, how many people are here.
To honor, reflect, and remember.
A dear friend of mine was retired Burnsville police officer for 20 years.
And in that procession, officers from departments across the metro here to honor with a heavy heart the sacrifice.
And that they're willing to, to possibly not be able to go home and give their lives up to protect the communities and the people that live there.
Some here to show their support any way they can.
It's the St. Michael medal on one side, and then it's got the guardian angel on the other side.
This couple giving out medals to protect.
How fast things happen. I mean, less than seconds you have to make a choice.
A somber reminder of how quickly life can change.
Brave people who get up every morning to go to work and sometimes just don't come back.
We're still waiting on word of memorial services in the coming days. And one of the biggest things that stood out to me the most was the sheer number of people that were out here. I mean, we saw hundreds of people that were here around the funeral home in Jordan, whether they were out just to show support, members of the community, or if they were members of law enforcement that were part of that procession that drove down on Highway 169. So obviously something that is going to be weighing heavily on people's minds tonight.
All right. Thanks so much, Ian. And that outpouring of support continues outside Burnsville City Hall tonight. This is a live look at a vigil that's taking place right now for the officers and the paramedic. Lots of community members were there as well as Senator Amy Klobuchar and Representative Angie Craig. There is also support for their heartbroken families. Sammy Selena highlights 2 nonprofits stepping in to help. Sammy?
Julie, thousands of dollars have been raised, and many of that comes from those organizations dedicated to being there for those families in their time of need.
The Frontline Foundation has had to do it before.
Unfortunately, my mind was, oh, not again.
And this time, they'll help again.
My second thought is, did they have children? Were they married?
Brent Rollick is the co-founder and co-chairman of the Frontline Foundation, which supports first responders and their families, especially when they are injured or have died on the job.
$20,000 is great, but it's not enough.
They are giving $20,000 to each of the fallen Burnsville responders' families.
And we just want to be there financially, but in any way.
Their loved ones should receive those checks in the next few days.
So we've paid almost $500,000 to families since 2018.
And while Rollick is honored to help, he hates why it's needed.
But it happens way too often.
His foundation assisted White Bear Lake officer Ryan Sheik when he survived after being shot 3 times. They also helped St. Paul Fire Captain Christopher Parsons' family after his line of duty death.
We did 50,000 one other time. That was last April when Hope County Deputy Josh Owen was killed.
The Minnesota 100 Club is also stepping up, donating $50,000 to each of the 3 Burnsville families, saying they've seen an outpouring of support from people who want to help.
First responders answer the phone when we call. Every single day they are there when we need them. And in their darkest days, we need to be there for them.
They just wish these families didn't have to hurt in the first place.
As we have mentioned before, there have been fundraising scams related to this tragedy. These nonprofits say it is so important to donate to reputable sources and verified fundraisers if you'd like to help. Randy.
All right, thank you, Sammy. Today, the city of Burnsville released the official way that you can donate to the families of the Burnsville victims. Just text the word donate to 763-797-7215. We'll respond with a link to the verified fund through the Law Enforcement Labor Services. 100% of the money will go to the families.
Well, officers are experiencing an alarming rise in the amount of violence they face on the job, according to the Minnesota BCA. Last year, nearly 1,200 officers were assaulted. That's nearly 3 times higher than back in 2017, when just over 400 officers were assaulted on the job. Tonight on Breaking the News, we dive deeper into those numbers and look at the reasons behind them. We are learning more about the deadly shooting in Burnsville every day. We will have updates on air and online at KARE11.com and on all our social media pages.